Girl, it ain't nothing to talk about. Yo, I'm so tired. You don't want to be kept, don't keep them. We're done with that. We're not doing that. Us, because I do it sometimes too. What I'm doing is enough. Are you staying? Where are you going? The next 6 months. Am I engaged? Am I married? I'm 30 years old. Let me be for real. Just know it's going to be hard, but like you've done hard things in the past. And look at you. You did it. Period. Come on now. I got a little street smarts in me for Flynn, baby, okay? It's because you want to. Period. We're grown. Don't take this the wrong way, y'all. Honestly, y'all.
City of mine. How I love the city of mine.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another video. So you talk about the title. We're doing a Q&A, okay? And if my energy level is low, child, let me tell y'all. Let me pop up my to-do list from yesterday. Yes. And I completed it. So I'm a little exhausted, okay? Just a little bit, but the show must go on, okay? I have a lot of questions from my YouTube community tab. I also have some questions from Instagram, so I'm gonna pull that up as well. Anyway, so let me get my little tools out. Little makeup brush, you know. First things first, let's put some gloss on, okay? This from Siete London. I don't know how you say it, but this little, lip oil. It's watermelon, and it very much gives juicy watermelon. Y'all better get y'all one of these. It's so good. Okay, camera. I'm using my other lens. It's just very zoomed in, so I don't like to use it like on the regular, but it's giving, I think. Oh, y'all can see inside my thoughts, and y'all can see that my eyebrows are not done, because they're not. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Oh my God, Lord, please give me strength to finish this video. I'm so tired. All right, so question number 1. I can go ahead and talk about this because, girl, it ain't nothing to talk about. Somebody said on Instagram, how's dating in the New York streets? Please spill the real tea. Assist is single and about to move there. Y'all, listen. I am not, I'm not the girl that's like constantly on dates. I don't really have that much time, if y'all could tell. I don't really like dating, like the process of dating. Like I get like it's needed. Like I do want to be married, but like dating just isn't a priority right now in my life. Like I was in long-term relationships pretty much all of my 20s. So I'm just living life. Like if I meet somebody cool, like have I gone on dates? Yes. And honestly, I haven't had any bad dates. I'll say like one of them, it wasn't bad. It was just like, why did I even agree to this? Like, let's be for real. Like this is like a joke. Like, why did you, do I give this? Is this like the type of date you think, I mean, I said yeah to it, so I guess that's on me, but anyway. So how's dating the real tea in New York? I mean, I don't really know. I feel like people think dating is significantly different in any state, but like from my point of view, people is people is people is people. So I don't know. Yeah, there's more people here, so I guess there's like it's kind of like, I guess it feels like it's more options, but then that could be a pro and a con. Because if, you know, guys or women or whoever think it's more options, they could be less likely to want to take the time to get to know people or settle down, etc. Y'all be asking me some of these questions like, oh, what's the tea? Tell us the tea. Like, Cameron, come on. I don't be doing much of nothing. Like, a lot of what I show online is really it. Like, I don't be doing nothing, child. Favorite song? Oh, that's cute. Probably Wanna Be. He don't wanna be, say don't say one. That is not my, don't play on. Oh, yeah. Right now I feel like I listen to that quite often, so I'm just gonna say that. That or Buckle Bunny or Whiskey Blues by Tin Ardell. Yeah, those are the 3 songs I feel like I've been listening to like on repeat. You don't want to be kept, don't keep them. Congrats on your new chapter in New York. I live in Birmingham, and even tell your Trader Joe's on. Hey girl, what if anything do you miss about Birmingham or the South in general? I miss my friends. I miss my friends. I don't know what's going on, but this whole brow over here needs to be like, this is not a tutorial. This is just, I'm doing something so I can talk with y'all to kiki. I miss the like comfortability that came with Birmingham because I was familiar. I was there for 7 years, which is wild. I didn't realize that till like I left and I was like calculating it. And yeah, I just miss the familiarity. I really miss my friends. Oh my God, I miss my friends. And it's not that like I'm not getting friends here or making friends or cultivating friends here, but it's like, you know, I knew them the longest so far. Like I've known them for years. So you just naturally have more of a connection, more of a trust. And of course the weather I miss. And some of the culture of the South, like, it's just, I like it. Yeah, I just, either you like it or you don't when it comes to the South. Southern hospitality, all the things, the y'alls, the child, I love it. I love the Southern hospitality, minus the, you know, some parts of the child. Hi Cameron. Hi girl. My question would be, how do you handle self-doubt or anxiety in your everyday endeavors? Oh, how do I handle self-doubt? I gotta keep my mental health in check, okay? And BetterHelp is sponsoring this portion of today's video. Thank you, BetterHelp. So with that being said, me and my therapist, real bad. She's actually out of town right now. And it's ironic because like I went on a break and then now I'm coming back and she's out of town. But giving me some time to really think, like, what do I want to focus on? In therapy, like, you can go and you don't have to have like, oh, I'm going for this, or I'm specifically going because I have self-doubt, or I'm going because I have these big things and I feel imposter syndrome. And it doesn't have to be a specific reason why you're in therapy. And I think a lot of people feel like, well, overall I'm fine, or I don't have this big thing going on, or I don't have this. Sometimes you don't know what you got going on for one, but it doesn't have to be a reason. And that's kind of like how I started going to therapy. Like I've been in and out of therapy all my life, but how I started going with my specific therapist that I have now at BetterHelp. It's been like 2 or 3 years since we've been together. It's been a minute. And I initially just went like, hey, I just want some help. I want to search and find myself and make sure that I'm okay mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And the word wellness is so much more than just going to the gym. Like, the word wellness also includes your mental health. I want to make sure that I'm well overall, right? And I just went like that with an open mind. So now this is actually giving me time as I'm preparing for her to come back from her holiday vacation break, which therapists needed to, everybody does. Now that I have an idea, one, a relationship with my therapist, but also an idea of what I want out of therapy, now I can think, what topics do I really want to dive a little bit deeper in? Because it's hard for me to open up, y'all. I know it may seem like I'm super vulnerable, which I think aspects of me are, but I'm also really, really private. And I'm not good with my emotions. Like, I just don't do well with expressing my emotions as far as opening up about them. I know when I could be like, I'm upset, or, you know, I feel hurt, or I don't feel seen, I don't feel heard, I don't feel loved, I feel disrespected, or I feel happy, I feel joy, I love you. Like, I can say those things but expressing it like through my physical, for some reason there's a blockage. So I know that's something I want to really work on and focus on. So I'm excited to really get into it. And I think focusing on those things and being able to release my emotions are going to help with that like stress and anxiety that I tend to have like on the daily basis when I'm trying to juggle so much. And also it'll help me be more me. And I feel like that's been a recurring thing when I've been working with BetterHelp is I want to be more me. What does me look like? What does me feel like all the way, 100%? No scary, no, oh, imposter syndrome, or what if they don't like, forget all that. We're done with that. We're not doing that. We've upgraded from that, okay? That was the beginning. We are now on the next tier of therapy. And if you're just starting, it's okay, because guess what? I was there, okay? I was there. And I might be there again, because life gon' life, okay? When life things come up, we feel like, oh, we're set back, oh, we have to start over. And it's not that you're starting over. It's a new page. It's a new book. It's a new chapter. It's a new genre. And it's okay to go into it differently, and you don't have to have all the answers all the time. You don't know how you're going to react to life. So you have to give yourself grace. So I'm excited to just really think, like, what do I want out of therapy? What is my dream kind of resolution, or my dream? What does future me look like after this next like session of therapy in these next couple years of therapy? What does that look like? And then take a break again. And then what does that look like? I don't know. I'm just really excited, and I'm glad to have BetterHelp. They make it so easy to communicate with your therapist when it comes to sending voice notes. Of course, I love a voice note. Y'all know that. Or like sending messages throughout the week. And during the weekend, you can even share your journal on there, which I think is really, really helpful, because a lot of us communicate in different ways. So maybe you're like, girl, I don't want to get on video call. I just want to get on a phone call. They have that option as well. So don't be afraid to try therapy, because remember, y'all, we may be wellness girlies and guys, but wellness is more than just physical. Wellness is more than just us going to the gym, going to Pilates classes, looking cute. And now I love to do it, okay? But true wellness is being well, even mentally. So don't forget that. And get into it. Click the link. I'll leave info on the screen. And y'all know it's in the description box, okay? If you've been thinking about therapy, take this as your sign. Take it. And it doesn't have to consume a lot of your life. It doesn't have to take up a lot of your time. But for me to begin to elevate in the rooms and the spaces that I want to be in, really going back to the question that she asked, like, how do I deal with that in my everyday endeavors? while I'm elevating, while I'm growing, while I'm in a new big city, while I'm trying to make my mark in New York and in the industry that I'm in. How do I deal with it? Therapy. Working out does help now, okay? But it's really just taking the time to pour back into my cup. It's too many of us, because I do it sometimes too, that pour from an empty cup, and you wonder why you're not able to elevate. You wonder why you're feeling anxiety. You wonder why you're exhausted. You wonder why you're not getting the opportunities. You wonder why you're always up and down with your emotions. Your cup is empty. And therapy will remind you. And sometimes you need that reminder, okay? Now, I got friends, I'm grateful, but it's nothing like a professional to tell you, listen, sis. Next question. Okay, let's go to Miss YouTube. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, sis. How do you keep going with content creation when you lose your drive to keep going because of slow growth? Now, listen. Woo. Oh, she even mentioned I love to do what I do, bring awareness to mental health in the Black community. BetterHelp. Y'all better get y'all one of those. Yeah. And my therapist is a Black female. Have I ever told y'all that? My BetterHelp therapist is a Black female. But you can go in there and choose a variety of different things that can curate your own personal preference and therapist. But yeah, mine's a Black woman, child. Period. But to answer her question about still pushing through when you're not seeing the growth, especially on social media, get out of the numbers. And I know it's like counterintuitive because you have to kind of like look at the numbers to see if what you're doing is working and all that, but don't get caught up in the numbers. A lot of times your following account does not really matter, not for real. And it definitely doesn't say how well your quality is. A lot of times it's not that creators' content is bad. It's just that they're not getting seen. Let me say that again. It's not that your content is bad. It's that it's not getting seen, period. So if it's not getting seen, that's why you don't have the followers and you don't have the views and etc. that you desire. But a lot of times it's not your content. Maybe it's the consistency or the frequency or the platform that you're on, or maybe you just started. It's okay. And honestly, for me, like sometimes I used to get, and I still do sometimes, let me be honest, I don't know, like embarrassed, I guess you could say, because it's like, oh, I've been on this platform for so long. I'll be 10 years on YouTube in October 2024 and I still haven't hit 100K. But then I have to remember, I have not been doing this full time this whole time. I have not been consistent this whole time. I have not been posting the same type of content this whole time. There's so many factors. Like I was posting when it really wasn't like as big as social media is now, you know? And I also was definitely not consistent. Definitely not consistent through college and then as I started law school and things like that. So I have to also give myself grace, understanding that I may not be where I desire to be, but where I am is good. What I'm doing is enough. Now sometimes it's not, child. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all need to go ahead. Okay, y'all need to go ahead and get to work. But y'all, don't get caught in the numbers. Monitor them, yes. Enjoy the process of creating. I feel like we always see like, enjoy the process, for real. Enjoy the process of creating. Like the process, because that is where people fall off. They're like, oh, this is too much work, or I don't want to, because they don't enjoy the process. I enjoy creating. I genuinely love being in front of the camera. I love editing. I love being behind the camera. I'm naturally creative. Like I naturally just am creative. And I think that is what has kept me on YouTube specifically, but any platform as long as I've been, because I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And I really, as corny as it sounds, reaching one person is enough. Imagine someone telling you, thank you for posting your 20-minute video and watching it was so inspiring that I finally applied to law school. What? These silly little videos that I do online. Me just literally acting a fool with a video. But seriously, it is overwhelmingly appreciated. I don't even know the words to say, but I love that. That's why I still do it. So I'm a true creative. Just keep creating. Find inspiration. Maybe go to a museum on the weekend. Maybe go for a walk outside. A lot of times I'm not creatively inspired by scrolling online or by social media. Sometimes I am, but it's by looking at other creative outlets, and that's gonna fuel my creativity here online. So just keep posting. Find your why. Do you see yourself staying in New York City long term or eventually moving somewhere else? I get this question a lot, which makes sense. I mean, I just moved here. Y'all are probably like, hold on, I'm looking at my face, see what it's giving. I mean, I just moved here, so I get it. And it's like, girl, Alabama to New York. Are you staying? Where are you going? So honestly, I don't know. But I can see, like, after living here, it's like, where would I go? One, I mean, I would leave because it's expensive here, right? But, you know, scary money don't make money, baby. Okay, period. So I'm definitely been making more money, which is nice. And I feel like I can see my, like, ability to make more money easily, like more easy here, or easier here. Just because it's like everyone's, you know, inspired to make more money, you know? It's like the growth trajectory is just higher here. I don't know, but it's more expensive. So I don't know how long I'll be here. I told myself I have to stay at least 2 years, at least. And I don't have to, you know, it's really God's timing and what he want me to do, y'all. Okay, sis looks cute. Her hair is bobbing, period, with her dog. Yes, come on, waist, period. Anyway, it's really gonna depend on, my whole life can change in the next 6 months, like at the end of this year. Who knows? I don't know. I guess my thought really now is like, am I gonna stay in this apartment or am I gonna move? That's kind of like where I'm at. So I'm definitely gonna stay here another year. Like, I feel like this year is just like a trial year. Like, I haven't even really like got into it. I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm nosy. I can see out the window. I'm so nosy, y'all. But I could see me being here for a while and then maybe moving further out, or moving to Jersey, or moving somewhere else if I want to stay up here. Aside from that, I really don't know. Like, I don't know. And also, it's gonna depend, if we're gonna be honest, it's gonna depend, like, okay, like, is there a partner man? Is there a man in the picture? Am I engaged? Am I married? Where did I find him? Is he here? Is he there? Is he there? Where is he at? You know? So that is gonna be, of course, something that I'd consider. Like, if I meet somebody and they live somewhere else, or I meet somebody, they live here and they want to stay here, all that kind of stuff. But because I'm single, I have no kids, I have no pets, like, I'm very much okay with being almost anywhere as far as living. So I'm kind of just going with the flow. And, like, I kind of love that because I have so much freedom, but also it's like, it's a big wide world out here. Maybe I'll move to London for a few months. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But as of right now, I'm staying in New York. I don't know how long, and I'm okay with that right now. I don't know. It's like, think about it. I'm 30. Somebody asked me how old I am. I'm 30 years old. Somebody asked me if I have a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. And I am not talking to anybody seriously. Like, there's no contenders, for real. Honestly, nobody's on the roster. Let me be for real. There's nobody there. And I'm okay with that. I feel like everyone else is like, oh, you're 30. It's like, girl, please, not too much on me. Again, I've been in long relationships. Like, my last relationship was very close to 4 years, basically like a week shy of 4 years. My previous relationship was 3.5. So, I mean, I've done the things. So, it's not that I'm not open to dating. Like, I just am not prioritizing that. And if someone comes along and I feel like they provide value to my life, I provide value to their life, and it just works, I love that. But if not, you know, girl, it's okay. I have time. I feel like God is going to bring him in my life with his timing. Like, I am very much like, it's God's plan, period, out of my hands. God's plan, and it's out of my hands, period. Bars. I do see myself getting a pet, though. I love dogs. I have like this obsession with puppies. Like, I love dogs. I want a dog. But it's like, taking care of it is crazy. Like, that's wild. I'm really just focused on my career, my finances, my friends, my mental health, my wellness overall, my fitness. I've been really working out. I want to be the best version of myself, like, fitness wise, and I'm loving it, and I'm seeing results, and I'm just loving it. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. Do you miss your old workout studio? Yes, I miss my True 40 fan. Y'all don't understand. Oh my gosh. I think a lot of it is when the people, like, a workout studio is, to me, so personal when you really go frequently, especially because they're not like a chain yet, but they're growing. And I miss them so much, but I think, oh my God. Ooh, it's because I had so many tough moments and True 40 was there. Like, I feel like my last apartment in Birmingham, and I kept thinking about it, like, oh, I miss it, I do miss it. It was like my heartbreak apartment. Like, I got that apartment after I broke up with my ex of 4 years, and that apartment saw it all. The crying, the yelling, the screaming, the praying, the confusion, the everything. Like, it was a lot. And also during that time, my wellness was fueled through True 40. Like, that was where I was grounded, and I felt safe, seen, heard. The first time I cried when my breakup was there. There was so much happening, And I feel like now in this era, I'm like out of all that. And I'm like, I feel good. I feel happy. I feel clear. I'm so grateful. I just feel full. Like I feel joy to the core. Like there's days where I'm like, I'm not feeling that. Of course, but overall, like I feel joy. And it feels really damn good. And I'm also like seeing the fruits of my labor. Finally, I feel like I'm seeing them. Specifically money-wise. Like I feel like I've been seeing it as far as opportunity a little bit, but like I'm seeing it financially. I'm seeing it through opportunities. Like I'm seeing it and I feel really, really good. I feel good and I love that. But I do miss True 40. You help and encourage so many people by simply existing. Y'all be trying to get me to cry on the internet streets. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, I can't even say that because I will start crying. Y'all encourage me, honestly. Like, some of y'all have been following me. I'm 30. I don't know when I went to law school. I can't even calculate that. But I went to law school in 2016. My first YouTube video ever. It's still up. Went up in 2014. Some of y'all have been around since the Affordable Wig series that started in, 2015, 2016? That's a long time. You know? And yeah, I take breaks here and there, but dang. Thank y'all. Thank you. Social media changed my life. For real. Like, for real. Like, for real. It's crazy. Is living in New York more lucrative as a lawyer than Alabama? I feel like that's a hard question for me to ask because it's just a hard question for me to ask. I'll say I feel like I can make more here than there, but it's not that I wasn't making money there or that you can't make money there. I just feel like because the city is more expensive, people are more willing to pay more. That's really it. I don't think it's like because I'm here in New York. I don't know. That's what I think. I think it's just because it's more expensive here, so they're like, okay, we get it, like, here. But also I can meet brands in person as far as the creative side. I can meet people in person, and then when I'm there, I'm meeting other creators, and I'm a lawyer for creators, so it's kind of like I'm literally networking for myself as a lawyer, but also for myself as a creator at different events. So yeah, win is a win. I hope you're well. My question is, how is it going career-wise? Okay, good. Lots of New York career questions. Did you move into a bigger apartment? No, I'm still in my studio. But I feel like y'all don't understand how big it is. Like, it's not really big, but it's a lot bigger than some studios I saw. Because there were some that I saw that I was like, no, can we please? Like, I'm begging you guys to be for real. Like, who can be here, okay? Who? Will I move to a bigger apartment? Honestly, it's going to depend on how much this rent goes up, how much money I'm making, if I want to move in a different neighborhood or not. Lots of factors. So it depends on how much they go here, And but I would like a 1-bedroom, yeah, for sure. I couldn't want a 1-bedroom. I would really like one. That would be great. But if not, I love my studio. Honestly, like it's more than enough space for me. Like, and I really like the area that I'm in. I love the area that I'm in. Did I say what neighborhood? I'm not gonna share the neighborhood just because like if you know, you know, but like it's just, let's be for real. That's not too much. Oh yeah, someone said, do you want a bigger apartment? Not did you move into one? Yeah, I do, but not. Are you dating anyone? No. Did I take on a date? No. Okay, I have this thing, like, I feel like, and maybe I'm blocking my blessings, but so far I don't feel like that. When people reach out to me, like men inquire about a date in a DM or on my socials, I automatically am like, a little hesitant, unless they're also a creator, which I already, not a huge fan of that, but I'm not against it. Because I'm like, I feel like they already have a preconceived notion of who I am. Because they have my socials. Like, I don't volunteer that when I'm on dates. Like, I'm a lawyer and an influencer. Here's my socials. Like, I don't know. I don't want to like that. It gives me like a little bit of an ick. Like, I'm a millennial, so icks ain't really that. Like, I have some deal breakers, but an ick ain't really like usually a deal breaker. It's just kind of like something not really my theme. So, hey, Mama Gray. She said, when are you coming to Alabama? So, actually, I may be coming there twice. One, Essence. I'm probably gonna fly down to Birmingham and then drive my friends, and then me and Catherine do our 30-day trip, so I'll probably fly to Birmingham and we both fly to Birmingham and drive there. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be in Alabama at some point. I'm almost done with that phase, so I'm really like bopping along. Oh no, it's out. It's almost out. I need to buy a new setting spray. Question would be, what advice tips would you give someone considering law school after undergrad? I have a whole playlist. You guys definitely check that out. I have a whole playlist for my law school experience, tips and tricks. I went to law school from 2016 to 2019, so I'm a little bit further out. Not that I can't give advice or anything, but Overall, I would say understand that law school does not define who you are as a lawyer or how you will practice as a lawyer or how successful you'll be as a lawyer. Understand that they set it up so it feels competitive. It doesn't have to be. My life motto is what's for you is for you. So I don't care what other people got going on. You shouldn't either. That's for them, and what's for you will not pass you by. So if you feel like you're missing out on an opportunity, I'm saying this because you're not. You're not missing out on the opportunity, because if it's for you, it would be for you. So when you're going into law school, even the before process, when you're doing the LSAT and all that, get comparison out of your mind. Come up with healthy routines already. Focus on your wellness already, because law school is intense without all the extra noise, right? And there's no perfect pathway to be successful in any industry, but also in law, okay? There's no one way, like 1, 2, 3, success. That's not how it works. There's so many different ways to get the success. Yes, there's some resources and tools that can be beneficial, but your journey is your journey, and what's for you is for you. Ignore all the signs. If you have questions, please reach out to other law students, other lawyers, and like pick their brain, but understand, like, when I went to law school, it was like, I get why it's so hard to like give advice, because every journey is so unique, even at the same school. Even if you're going to the same school as somebody, like, you have a different experience. And it doesn't have to be negative. Just know it's going to be hard, but like, you've done hard things in the past, and look at you. You did it. Period. My bad, y'all. I had to change the battery, so I guess it's gonna be a long video. Let's kiki, period. Anyway, the next question, I just lost it. I just looked at it. Y'all always ask this. Y'all, come on now. I got a little street smarts in me for Flynn, baby, okay? Somebody said, when you set your camera up to film you walking across the street in New York, or when I was in Birmingham, are you ever afraid someone's gonna come get it and grab it? I'm not setting my camera up in the middle of Times Square. Okay, I just have to read the room. I have to read the environment. Like, if I feel like it's too many people and I'm uncomfortable, I'm not gonna do it, or I'm gonna ask somebody to do it. I will say, like, I pretty much self-filmed and self-videoed and photoed all of my content for the most part. I'd say 98% of my content in Birmingham. Here in New York, I'm about to work with a photographer, because the shots that I want to get, it is too much here. There's some areas I can shoot in. I've done some by myself, depending on, like, especially like, I almost said my neighborhood. Depending on where you are, like, cause I'm in Brooklyn. I can say Brooklyn because Brooklyn's huge. I'm in Brooklyn, so it's not as crowded all the time in some areas. Versus like Manhattan, the city is like, baby, it's very hard to find. I think it would just be easier to work with a photographer. So that's an investment that I'm making this year, especially living here, and upgrade the quality, get some better shots. And if you guys have watched my vlogs, then you would have seen one of the photo shoot sessions that I did recently with a photographer. So I'm gonna be investing in that and doing that more here. But for vlogs, like, y'all know, I'm gonna put the camera where I can, okay? Or ask somebody that I'm with, if I'm like out with somebody. But if I'm by myself, I just try to find, like, I might even go down an extra street if I'm like, okay, that street's empty. Let me like set the camera up, get some shots. So it's not just only like here shots, or like just facing like outward. So I do try to be strategic, and I might go, okay, I might walk down an extra street, child, but ain't nothing wrong with a little extra walk. Just be aware, like, there's sometimes when I'm like, oh my God, this would be a great shot, but I know somebody gonna take my camera. Like, let's be for real. Like, I have to like pick and choose, okay? Hey sis, I'm in the process of researching where to locate. Cali exit, first on my own. Oh, period, congratulations. What are some aspects to take in consideration when moving? Oh, that's a good question. So your why, like, why are you moving? I had thought about moving to New York, like a lot, but it didn't financially make sense. Like, it was like, I'm in Alabama, like, why would I, like, the living here is great, I'm comfortable, like, I'm good. But it was like, okay, I know I'm still young, I still have energy, I still want to elevate in my career, and where can I go that I still know people that I enjoy to be, that I can see myself living, and New York was it. I had about 5 cities that I was considering, so it was New York, Chicago, Miami, LA, and Texas. And Atlanta's always kind of like on the list, but I've already done that. I feel like I've already done that. I don't really want to live there, but yeah. So those are kind of the places. So Chicago, New York, no order. Chicago, New York, LA, Dallas, and Miami were kind of what I was looking at. And New York was always somewhere I wanted to go. And I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to do New York, let me do it now. When I'm like, no kids, no man, no pets. Like, this is the best time to go. And I have the financial means, barely. Now I do, more so than when I moved here, but I was willing to make the sacrifice and invest in myself and know, okay, your money don't make money, like I mentioned earlier. Like, if I really want to elevate and grow, it's gonna take spending money sometimes. So for me, that spending money was moving here. And so far it's been the best decision I've made. Top 3 decisions Top 5 decisions, including leaving the first firm I worked at and employment law in 2020, going to law school. Like, there's been several like big life decisions that I've made, I'd say in the past like 10 years, that led me here. So you want to know your why. My why was, I want to elevate my career. I want to experience. I love New York. I'm single. I want to, for lack of a better term, like get it out my system. And but I had to look at my budget. Okay, I had to be realistic. Like, if I couldn't afford it, I couldn't move. That's just kind of what it is. So when the job offer came up, it was like the perfect situation, and she was super accommodating and still is. And it's just such a perfect fit. But it's such a unique experience. I struggle when people are like, how'd you do it? Or how'd you get to New York? It was like, it's such a unique experience. I could do a whole video on that because that would take up more time than this whole video is even taking. And we've been here for a while, I'm sure. But yeah, think about it, pray on it, and also pray. One thing about it, yeah, understand your why. And sometimes maybe your why is like, I just want to live in that city for a year. I want to experience it. I want to explore. Why not? And that's enough. That's enough. I feel like sometimes we feel like we need to have these big, extravagant reasons why we do things, and we really don't. It's because you want to, period. We're grown. Like, it's because you want to. As long as you can, and you're not doing it for like malice or like, I don't know, any other reason that's not positive, girl. Child, guy, whoever. Y'all better live your life. Life is too short. It was a TikTok and it was like, and don't take this the wrong way, y'all, but the TikTok said, sometimes I can tell when some of y'all have never lost nobody. Like, never went through, like, trigger warning, we're gonna talk about losing family members. A real loss, like death, like loss. Like, so the TikTok said that, like, I could tell when some of y'all haven't lost nobody because y'all are so scared to do anything, like to take risks, to do anything. And that really hit me because I'm like, maybe that's why I'd be like, okay, why not? Like, I'm not a huge risk taker, I feel like, but now that I think about it, I kind of am. Like, but part of that is because I know life is short because I've seen it up close. And that's sad, but that's real. That's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing we all have in common, we all got an expiration date. And that's sad, but that's real. So for me, whenever I'm like, I don't know, or I want to, but I don't think so. If I'm able and I have the means, I think of like, my grandmother passed away in her 60s. Lord forbid, hopefully I live longer than that, but I'm 30. That means I only have 30 more years, or 30 plus more. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not now? Like, what are you waiting on? Because you might wait and it might not be no waiting on having later. You know what I'm saying? So you need to make sure that you just live your life. Like, live your life. And then always remember when you're making decisions and you're like, well, there's other people's opinions and so-and-so said this and so-and-so said this and I value their opinion. When you make decisions for other people, please know that they don't have to walk out and act out those decisions. You do. When you make a decision, you made that decision for you and your life, and it's going to be you that have to deal with it, not them. So forget, child, y'all gotta be up here hype. So forget what they talking about, because they're not the ones that have to do whatever you're doing because of someone else. For example, if you have a family member or parents that are like, oh, you need to become a doctor, and then you're in med school and you hate it, you're the one in it hating it, not them. They're not in med school, period. So do what y'all, I promise you, that is so freeing. To do what you want, it's so freeing. And I feel like I felt this way for majority of my life, to be honest. Like, I've always been kind of like, girl, I'm not gonna do that because you. I mean, of course I'm gonna take sound advice and, things like that, and guidance, and be practical and realistic and logical and stuff like that. But ever since I turned 30, like this past year, I could give up. God, please. I'm 30, I'm grown. Like, I'm not about to let somebody else dictate my life. It's my life. I have to live this life. And if I make mistakes, that's okay. I'd rather fail fast and learn quicker than sit around and always wonder what if, or I don't know, or how can I, or it's not possible, I'm too scared. Girl, child, life is way too short. Life is so short, y'all. Please do the thing. Try the thing. Take the class. Call the person. Text the people. Like, just try it. Because and a lot of us, and I see this all the time online, like, are just scared to fail publicly. I failed publicly a lot, okay? But guess what? The moment that I succeed and it looked like an overnight success, I don't want to hear Nathaniel. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all, okay? Period. Because, yeah. I'll be like, y'all better go look at my first YouTube video in 2014 and play with somebody else. Yeah. That was me. Just a girl in her little apartment trying to edit a little video, child. I wasn't even in an apartment. I think it was in my dorm. I don't even know where I was in that video. Yeah, it had to be a dorm. 2014, that's, oh no, I was in an apartment, I think, at that point in college. Either way, child, just do it, child. Like Nike, like, just do it. How's your mom and aunt? Great. They will, oh, my mom knows now. We surprised her with a trip to New York for her birthday, so they will be in town. My mom, my aunt, and my cousin for a girls' weekend. I'm super excited so you guys will see them. I'm gonna try to vlog. But I definitely want to spend time with them because I haven't seen them in a while, but I'm gonna try to vlog for y'all, but it'll be my mom's little birthday weekend. I'm super excited. We're on a Broadway show and doing like all the things, so I'm excited. Karen, hope you're doing well. I'm always in awe of your hustle and feel inspired by your work ethic. As a diverse individual in the legal profession myself, I'm curious your thoughts on diversity and inclusion perspective. Listen, I feel like I've answered this question a lot this week. I've had calls with like law students and stuff like that. Listen, only 5% of lawyers are black. And I think it's 2% that are black women. So, licensed attorneys in the US. So, going into law school, knowing that information, it's like, okay, I may be one of the only or one of the few in rooms, period. And that's okay, because just because it's not that many of us doesn't mean that's right. Doesn't mean that's how it should be, okay? So with that being said, understand when you walk into rooms and you're one of the only or one of the few, you have a unique perspective that no one can replicate in that room. They need you. They need your perspective. They need your opinion. They need your experience. They need your knowledge. They need you at that table and they need to hear you and you need to speak. Now, also I'll say, we need them as well. Because the percentages are all 5%, baby. What? If you're trying to elevate and you're trying to grow, you need to lean on a variety of different backgrounds, a variety of different races and genders to do so. And that's okay too. Look out for your people, one thing about it, okay? But it's okay to also have mentors and with a variety of different backgrounds. Go into it with that. And for me, I think maybe, I've had schooling, where it was very black and very mixed. I've had, I've been in several different spaces over my life. So, I'm just used to having to navigate a variety of different spaces. So for me, I think the best quality people can have is adaptability. And that's not saying you're fake. It's saying I'm not going to go in church and start cussing. You see what I'm saying? Adaptability. Boom. Okay. I'm pretty much done. I'm just like doing stuff now at this point. What do we have next? No question per se. Just want to comment, you're an amazing woman and content. Thank you. We stand. Thank you. Are you going to Essence Fest this year? I want to go to Essence. Me and my friend were just on FaceTime, hey Christina Girl, talking about Essence. Like, what's up with Essence? I would love to go with a brand, but I know I'm like super last minute. I'm about to do another Q&A. It's so many questions. Someone said, were you nervous that your colleagues would find your channel? They're talking about like in the beginning. What was your mindset to keep the content going while you were in office? Ooh, okay. So starting out, maybe I was naive when I started my channel, but I didn't even really think like, oh, I don't want anybody to find me. Like, I just was like, nobody's gonna, like, who's checking for me? How are people gonna find me on the interwebs? Like, that I don't want to find me. Like, I would tell my friends about my YouTube videos because they would always ask me about like my hair and I would change my hair a lot and etc. And I would just share like with whoever I'm meeting, but I didn't even, when I started out, it didn't cross my mind like, oh, you might not want your employer to find this. I was like, it's just a YouTube channel. Like, what's the big deal? Like, I'm not doing. I think also what helps me is like, I've had this mindset of whenever I'm posting online, I need to stand on 10 toes down on it. Like, stand on business. Like, so I've always been cautious to a certain extent of what I post. I've definitely crossed the line a little bit as far as like sharing really relationship stuff in the beginning. So I made those like mistakes early on, which is why I feel like now a lot of people like are pulling back from sharing. It's like, girl, I'm glad y'all caught up. That's why I've been not doing it over here, because one thing about it, yeah. I don't have any lipstick over here. What was the question? Oh, so it's hard for me to speak on that because I never really felt like, oh, I don't want nobody to see my stuff. Even when I was at the firm, the employment firm, I told them like about it, like, hey, I have this channel, by the way, so yeah. And they were like, cool, whatever, like, we don't care as long as it doesn't interfere with your work. Then they realized, oh, they actually do care because they nosy. So anyway, but that whole story is like on a playlist somewhere. So yeah, I don't know, I didn't really have that feeling, so I might not be the best creator to answer that. But what I will say is, whatever you post, just assume anyone can find it and will find it, and they may ask you about it, and you need to be comfortable to talk about it. So if you're not there, work on getting there. Or don't share anything you're not willing to like openly discuss. Especially like law students, if you want to go into traditional law, just make sure like what you're posting is something you're willing to talk about. I won't even say like is appropriate, because appropriate is it's on the spectrum, child, yeah, you know? So yeah, just be careful what you post. And also whenever you post, just know, hey, this might go viral. So let me stand 10 toes down on it. And I may be known for this, so be careful. It's all fun and games until you're known for something like that's crazy. As a lawyer content creator, what difficulties have you faced, and how can a recent law graduate be like you? What a beautiful question. What a sweet question. Honestly, y'all, I feel like so many times we watch successful people, entrepreneurs, and they're like, everything fell into place, or things just happened, or everything was in alignment, and we'll be like, okay, what does that mean? And the longer I'm in my career path, in my journey, I'm like, I see why people say that. Because it's not like I can give you a blueprint of like 1 + 1 = 2 and then you'll be this. I do think there are some tools and resources, like you got to go to law school if you want to be a lawyer for creators, or especially a consultant for creators. It's something, an added element when you have the legal background. It just separates you from just marketing experts or marketing consultants, and you can charge more, period. But also, like, my love for social media, I'm on social media, I've been growing my platforms, I enjoy it, coupled with the law aspect, and I enjoy both. So just because someone is a lawyer that's on social media, that is an influencer, doesn't mean they have to go into being a lawyer for creators. Like, everyone doesn't have to do it. I'm passionate about it. That's why I do it. I love it. I genuinely am passionate about it. And I've been doing it for years, and I enjoy it, and I've gotten really good at it, and I can say that with confidence. I truly am a influencer marketing consultant. I truly am a lawyer for creators. And matter of fact, attorney. There is a little bit of a difference, but for people that know the difference, I'm an attorney. I'm licensed to be for real. Also, internal, I'm working on getting 2 more bars. So stay tuned for that. Sorry that noise in the background. I hope that wasn't in the whole video. The beeping noise. Oh my God, I want to hate that. Anyway, if it is, I'm sorry, y'all. Welcome to New York studio life, period. Anyway, with that being said, if you want, like, I'm gonna have to do a video on it. I'm just gonna do a video on my journey again. I feel like it's time for an update because it would take me too long to answer this, and I feel like this video is already really, really long. Hopefully I covered a lot. I never know when I do these. I'm like, did I even say anything? Like, did I drop some gems on the growth? But I love you guys so much. I truly do. I still love creating. I know I fall off a little bit, but it's just been really busy, and learning to balance now being more active as far as going to events and just the fast-paced life of New York City. I'm loving it, and I've been going to a lot more events and invited and all this, and I'm just trying to find the balance. But also, contract stuff has been increasing, which is such a blessing financially, but also just overall. Like, I truly feel like the more experience I have, the more credibility I get, the more expertise that I have. I just feel good. I feel in such alignment. Like, both of my careers are elevating, and I feel like the more I'm in it, the more I always thought there's going to be this fork in the road where I'd have to make a choice, where I'd have to, like, really progress here, really progress there. And I think the more I'm in it, I'm like, I don't. I found this beautiful best of both worlds moments, really, where they're so intertwined that it works. Like I said, I can be at an event and promote myself as a creator, but also promote myself as a lawyer for creators. Like, I'm truly, I don't know, just really grateful. Just really, really grateful. And I feel like I'm in alignment. And I have all these ideas still, and all these dreams still, and they continue to evolve. And I'm just putting one foot in front of the next, and just trying it. Just try it. And if it doesn't work, try again. And that don't work, try something else. So I love that I can also watch my journey from all these years on YouTube through my vlogs, and just see my confidence grow and see me become more me. I love it. I'm really, really grateful for these dang on social media platforms and for y'all. But I'm not gonna talk y'all ear off any more than I already have. I'm gonna keep saying that, but baby, let me get off there. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the shares, the saves, the link clicks, the purchases, the support, the prayers, the love, the understanding, the everything. Just thank you. If you don't know, I always end my videos with an affirmation. So if you did make it this far in the video, comment below, I deserve a life full of joy. That's a good one. Something about the word joy could bring tears to my eyes. Joy. Like, it's just such a beautiful word. Let's run that back one time for the one time. If you made it this far in the video, comment below, I deserve a life full of joy. Was it full of joy? Of joy. Child, I deserve a life full of joy, baby. Okay, we deserve joy. You deserve joy. Joy for you, joy for you, joy for everybody. It's so funny because starting this video, I was exhausted. I really didn't feel like doing it. And now that I've gotten to the end, I just feel so much happier, so much fuller. I'm not as tired. I'm truly fueled by creating content. That's how I know I'm in alignment. I'm just really grateful. A lot of people don't like what they do or don't know what they want, and there's days I still am confused and like, okay, what type of content or what type of project should I do, or should I launch something or whatever. But there's moments like this, because duality can exist, where I'm just like, I'm good. You're doing good. You got this. You're killing it. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Later.